everyone. I'm Adam Brown, and this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, February 11th. On today's show, we'll hear a bit of music from the recent Gala celebration, including a song written by our guest artist just for Shell Point. We'll also take a trip back to the 1950s. Well, actually just down Shell Point Boulevard to the Springs to see the beautiful antique cars that came to put on a show last week. But first, we want to let you know that a memory care support group is available today at 3 p.m. in the Behavioral Health Office on the second floor of the Medical Center. Kathy Fratrick, licensed clinical social worker, facilitates the group, and she can be reached at 454-2073. Now it's time for a little music. Our entertainer for the gala this year was Ethan Bortnik, a 15-year-old piano prodigy who favored the crowd with some old favorites and some newer songs as well. Here is a taste of what he served up.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. I'm a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood, but I'm taking the Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Stars in the fancy cars and the limousines, been high in the Rockies and in the Evergreens, but I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste my time. I'm in a New York state of mind. Waste more time, 'cause I'm in a New York state of mind. Thank you.
Ethan surprised everyone in attendance to the second seating of the gala when he played a song that he had written about Shell Point. Now, he did this songwriting in between the two gala seatings, so it was literally brand new. He had a bit of trouble reading his own writing to get through it, but that didn't bother him or the crowd, which was delighted with his effort. We think you will be as well, and we want to share it with you now.
1 second. Let me move the microphone. There we go. When I first arrived to Shell Point, wasn't all. We're always together, relying, serving and caring and satisfying this special, special place, this home that I embrace, the people that I see, I want them in my life next to me, 'cause it's my Shell Point community, my Shell Point community. When people come here, Wait a second, let me do that again. See the beauty of writing a song in 20 minutes. Okay. When people come here, I can't read my own handwriting. There we go. When people come here, they've heard the rumor, the only complaint, they wish they came here sooner. We're always together, relying, serving and caring and satisfying this special, special place, this home that I embrace, the people that I see, I want them in my life next to me, 'cause it's my Shell Point community, it's my Shell Point community, this special, special place, this home that I embrace, the people that I see, I want them in my life next to me, 'cause it's my Shell Point community, 'cause it's my Shell Point community.
We'll be sharing more from the gala on our program tomorrow. Also, you can watch the entire gala on Channel 12 all this week at 10 o'clock a.m. and 2 o'clock p.m. every day. Last week, a collection of beautifully restored vintage automobiles came to the Springs to put on a show for the residents there. In case you didn't make it down there last Wednesday, we captured some of those rolling sculptures for you with our camera, including one Dan especially liked.
So Inga, tell us about this car show.
Well, it's spring here in Florida, and we thought what better time to enjoy the weather than to be at a car show.
Absolutely.
So
And
the residents have all come out. I think their favorite is probably the Bel Airs and the Packard back there. It's a 37 Packard, and many of them remember being in a rumble seat. Riding in the rumble seat.
Now, do any of your residents, did they have any cars like these?
Many of them did. And that was what's so nice about this car show is that so many of them are saying, I remember when I had a car like this. And one of the residents said over there, there's, what do they call those? The floorboards?
Oh, yeah, the running boards.
Running boards,
yeah.
They said, we used to have to ride on the running boards because when we would get back from the beach, my father didn't want the upholstery to get wet. And so he would make us ride on the running boards. Or stand on the running boards.
So where do these folks come from? Where do all these cars come from?
From Cape Coral Hot Rod Chili Rod Club.
Okay.
And they don't charge us. They said that they come out here specifically because they know the residents are happy to see cars that remind them of when they were young. In fact, a couple of these cars, he only comes out when it's for assisted living residents.
Okay, we've got the president here of the Cape Coral Hot Chili Rods. And your name, sir?
John Cassetta.
John Cassetta, and we're here with your beautiful Bel Air. Tell us about it.
It's a 1953 Bel Air, but it's all customized. It's got a Chevy V8 in it. It's got a Camaro frame under it. It's got overdrive transmission, power steering, power disc brakes, power seats, And that's about all we need.
Wow, that sounds like well enough. That's an amazing vehicle there. So I understand your club is pretty big. You've got about a couple hundred members, I hear. Is that right?
Yes, we do, but you can't get them all together at once.
Okay. How many cars does that represent?
A couple of hundred cars.
A couple of hundred cars. That's fantastic. Now, this isn't your first time out at Shell Point. I know you've been out here a couple times before.
We do the other side of Shell Point. We've done a couple of parades there and a couple other shows there that they had. They had a big open house one time. We did.
Yeah, I remember that. I was here for that.
And we had a bunch of cars here for that.
That's fantastic. Well, I just want to, on behalf of Shell Point, I want to thank you and your club for coming out. And I know our residents really enjoy seeing your beautiful vehicles. So what's your name, Woody?
Woodard, yeah, Woody. They call me Woody.
Okay, Woody. So how'd you like the show today?
53 Chevrolet.
You had a 53 Chevrolet. Tell me, what color was it?
It was green.
Green.
Yeah.
What was your favorite place you ever went in your 53 Chevrolet? Your favorite trip?
Or you could, unless you had to take the mules and pull yourself out of that.
Did you do that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Pull this 50
Many times.
with the mule. What do you know? So, what was your favorite trip in your 53 Chevrolet?
Oh, probably to the county fair.
County fair. All right. Did you? What did you do at the county fair?
What's that?
Did you like eat some cotton candy? Did you go on some rides?
Oh, yeah, the whole works. Just a kind of a change of the pace, you know.
Yeah, and then you had to drive home late at night from the county fair, all full of cotton candy, huh?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, and then back to the cotton patch where the cotton came from.
With your mules. Now, this one's my favorite here, folks, the 1957 Chevy. I happen to have been born in 57, and my dad had a red one when I was a kid, so very fond of this car. And this is what I call tail fins, people. This is the ultimate in tail fins right here, the 57 Chevy. Beautiful car. What do you think about these cars?
I used to own one. The Chevrolet, the white Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome to the car show. What's your name, sir?
Bob Harrigan.
You're Bob, and I understand you just rode all the way from the King's Crown out here to the Springs. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Did you come down here often from the King's Crown on your bike?
Every day.
Every day? Every day, folks. Sir, what's your name?
Jim Stewart.
Jim Stewart, who lives over here at the Springs.
Yeah.
So, Jim, this beautiful Cobra replica, what do you think of this thing?
Absolutely astounding to catch something like this anywhere, especially this is beautiful.
How would you like to get your hands on 412 horsepower?
That looks like it jumped right out from under you.
Yeah, I think so. Well, hey, enjoy the show out
Well,
here.
thank you. You had to be interviewed about it.
All right, have a great day. Are you enjoying the car show?
I'm enjoying it very much.
So are you a car person? Are you a car buff?
No, my son is.
Your son, what is he like?
He's got a beautiful red one, but don't ask me that. I think it's a Corvette.
Corvette. You know we got a Corvette right back here. It matches your jacket. This one back here, it matches your jacket. Did you see that? Look at that car. I'm thinking that could be the car for you.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Oh, well, that might be real good.
I think you'd like
yes.
it. All right. Doug, and so tell us, this looks like a brand new Vet you got here.
Pretty close.
Pretty close? How old?
It's a
old
14.
It's a 2014?
I bought it brand new.
All right. Tell us about it. It's gorgeous.
It's fast, it's fun.
And it costs a lot of money. Now, this is a classic antique car show. I guess you've got a guaranteed classic already, right? Even though it's brand new.
Yeah, because it's a new style.
Yeah. Fabulous. Now, did you see this lady here in the blue jacket? Her jacket matches your car, and, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I would be careful. I'd watch her.
Oh, well, that might be real good.
You want to keep an eye on her.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, okay.
The other thing that was great, of course, is Love Boat ice cream. The residents
over here?
enjoyed all the Love Boat ice cream. I didn't get any yet, so maybe you and I will have to go get
Okay, well, hey, Inga and I are going to go get some of that ice cream.
Exactly.
Now, our marketing team is sampling the ice cream, so I think our TV team needs to do the same here pretty soon.
Well, now it's time to cover all today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Welcome to the happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chandley and this is Caitlin Van Scoy, and we're going to tell you the activities we're offering for you here today at Shell Point. We have a 7:45 men's Bible study going on in the Osprey room this morning. Also, we have a men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts at 8 o'clock. At 8:45, you'll find Lilly & Company Jewelers here for their weekly service at the Resident Activity Center. Jurassic Travel will be here from 9 to 12 in the Egret room in the Resident Activity Center. 9 o'clock, the watercolor group with Phil Hilton will be down in the art studio. Card making and scrapbooking group will be in the Tarpon room at 9:15. We'll move to 10 o'clock for the ladies' Bible study that gathers in the Osprey room. At 10 o'clock, we have the men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. And we have a lunch outing out to Buckingham to the Hut. At 10:15, the court pickups begin on the island, 10:25 for the Woodlands, and 10:35 for Eagles Preserve and Estuary. Sign-up is required. The Model Yacht Sailing Club will be at the Woodlands Lake at 10:15. And we have an 11:30 Health Connections class, Agility and Flexibility for Everyday Life, Session B in the Health Club, and that's currently closed. That concludes the morning. Here's Caitlin for your afternoon.
Thank you, Bev. We're going to start our afternoon off with chess at 1 p.m. in the Library Lounge. At 1:15, we have coffee with the pastors in the hospitality room of the Village Church. From 1:30 to 3:30 today, the model training room will be open for tours and viewing. At 1:45, we have a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1, and that's Session B in the Health Club, and it's currently full. Come and listen to Jazz and Stuff at 2:30 in the Grand Cypress room of the Woodlands. And Bible study will be meeting at 3 o'clock in the community room of King's Crown. At 3 o'clock, we have a Health Connections class, Pilates Stretch in the Health Club. The Memory Care group will be meeting at 3 o'clock in the conference room of the Behavioral Health Office, and you do need to sign up for that. At 3:30, we have a Health Connections class, Aqua Agility and Conditioning. That'll be at the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. 4 o'clock is the time for pickleball at the pickleball courts on the island. And 4:30, we have indoor bocce being played at the Health Club. At 5:45, we have church choir rehearsal, and that's in the church choir room of the Village Church. We finish Wednesday off with 7:15 prayer and praise at the Village Church. Well, thank you for joining us for the happening segment. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Wednesday, February 11th. At 9 o'clock, our Scrapbooking with a Purpose course continues in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. At 9:45, Travel the World Virtually continues in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. And at 10 o'clock, Animal Behavior in Africa, Coffee with a Neighbor in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands. Don't forget your ticket. At 1 o'clock, we have a computer college class. So you've got Windows 8 now. What are you going to do with it? Continuing in the Computer Teaching Center at the Woodlands. At 1 o'clock, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain continues in the Sable Room of the Woodlands. And also at 1 o'clock, Intermediate Bridge Session 2 continues in the Game Room at the Woodlands. At 3 o'clock, Word Processing Prep School continues at the Computer Center at the Woodlands.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is country fried steak with mashed potatoes and peas. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $13.95, and the soup of the day is lima bean. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a mushroom Swiss burger with fries for $7.25. The dinner special is grilled shrimp for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are chicken saltimbocca for $13.95 or fried cod for $15.95. Menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm David Pavey. Make room for us in your hearts, wrote the Apostle Paul to the Christians in Corinth. Make room for us in your hearts. In a previous letter, he had found it necessary to rebuke the Corinthian believers. So some had taken offense Instead of tickling their ears, Paul's teaching had challenged their consciences. Now he was planning a return visit to Corinth, so he challenged the Christians there to receive him kindly. He felt their hearts were too small, so he pleaded with them to receive him as their brother. Make room for us in your hearts. Many of us today struggle with the Corinthian problem. It's not that other believers have offended us. It's that they are associated with other Christian denominations or movements, so we're just not sure about them. We're reluctant to embrace believers who differ from us. Some of us have tended to focus on our own denominational practice and viewpoint so that we have lost sight of the mission of the church. We have become ingrown, clannish, introspective, exclusive. Missionary author Major W. Ian Thomas put it this way regarding how to relate to Christians of a different tradition. We tend to think that if they're one of ours, they must be one of his. We need to realize that if they're one of his, they must be one of ours. So Paul challenges us to treat one another with love. Make room for us in your heart, he begs. Don't look for reasons to screen people out. Look for reasons to include them, remembering that all true believers are saved uniquely by the grace of God. From God's perspective, therefore, our unity is a function of our common life in Christ, not our conformity to a particular doctrine or practice or denomination. There's a little ditty on this subject that goes like this. Heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. They drew a circle and cast us out. But love and we had the grace to win. We made a circle and put them in. If you're a Christian, are you living in a little circle or a big one? Is your heart small like that of the Corinthians, or big enough to embrace true and devout people of other denominations? One thing I enjoy about the village church is that we represent followers of Jesus who have traditionally worshipped in over 20 different denominations. God has brought us together in harmony. We've all lost some traditions, some church practices, and friends, but we've all gained something and are reminded that the Church of God is larger than the denomination that we were used to. A young friend of mine died some time ago of an enlarged heart. It was 4 times the size of a normal heart. Some of us, like the Corinthians, though, suffer from the opposite problem. Our hearts are too small, and that can be fatal too. So when it comes to relating to other believers, is your heart big enough? Really? And thank you for tuning in to Village Church Connections.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow when we'll hear about the upcoming library book sale. And we'll see a video about our longtime Vice President of Sales and Marketing, David Moreland, and see the well-deserved honors paid him at the gala. Until then, this is ShellPoint Today for Wednesday, February 11th. I'm Adam Brown, and for all of us here at ShellPoint TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.